what is a protocol suite actually? Industry standards, as you can see, in the industry, if you want to communicate and if you want to design a certain kind of language actually in order to communicate, you will need actually application, transport, internet, and network access layer. So these are the industry standards you can see. By the way, what is a standard? So that's a good example. But you can see in the networking term, but in the industry terms, you can see standards. TCP/IP, ISO standard, AppleTalk, Novell. These are the some standards are still in use, and some of these standards are almost gone away. So previously there was an AppleTalk, for example, if Apple made a computer, they want to connect to each other. Only Apple and Apple computer can talk to each other. Similarly, Novell computers, for example, they speak their own languages. You can see. So communication, they at the application they have NDS, and AppleTalk has AFP. Now the NDS and AFP they have a different set of rules. They cannot communicate. The reason because they're two different protocols. They're two different set of language. That's why they cannot communicate together, right? In order to communicate, there must be kind of a translator between them. Okay, and that is what that was initially when the network was evolving and when the networking was coming in. Only if you buy a Novell computer or Windows computer or maybe Apple computer, they can only talk to each other. But over the period of time, they resolve this problem by standardizing the thing. For example, what is the standard in day to day? If you go to, for example, Africa, and if you need a sugar, you will say, can I buy a 2 kg of sugar? You don't tell them that give me 2 hours of sugar. So that hour, minutes, second, kilograms, liter, milliliter, these are the standard terms wherever you go in the world. Am I right, sir? Right? So these standards you have to follow. Like if the water, they all be liter, milliliter. If it's a solid things, they will be kilogram, grams, something like that. Okay. If it's a time, it should be hours, minutes, and second. So wherever you go in the world, yes, you may not able to speak English or their language, but at least you can tell them, I need, this in 10 milligrams or 100 milligrams. So they understand this is a liquid. Okay. So that's why the standards over the period of time developed in the human language, because different people, even they speak different languages and different things, they can actually communicate at a certain level. So that is why over the period of time, there are many standards were evolved. AppleTalk evolved their own standard languages. Novell has their own. ISO have their own standard as well. But the challenge was there that these different media or these different vendors cannot communicate to each other. So that is why there was a need to have a one standard so all the different vendor can communicate. For example, I have maybe a Samsung phone, and nowadays Samsung phone and you have an Apple phone, you can communicate with each other. Why? Because both the different vendors, both the different company, they follow the same set of rules and guidance in order to communicate. If I follow my rules and your device is following your rule, we cannot communicate to each other. Okay, so that is why you can see that different standards were evolved over the period of time, and you cannot actually communicate until there is a standard into the world. So that's why you can see the TCP/IP was nowadays it's a standard communication protocol between a different vendor. So even Novell, IBM, Microsoft, AppleTalk, Apple, Android, and all these, they are follow these guidelines nowadays for application, transport, internet, and access layer. They follow these guidelines now, and that is why they're able to communicate. These are different protocol, and everybody now DNS, for example, it will be used by my Android and as well as your Apple as well. Okay, they both understand the same rules at the application layer. What these layers are, we will discuss in detail. Okay, so this is the TCP communication process. As you can see, protocol operation receiving a message. So if you're receiving a message, there is a data, then there is a HTTP, TCP, IP, and then Ethernet. So you can see user data, HTTP data, TCP segment, like the message can be chopped down into the small one. Then there is an IP packet, then there is an Ethernet. So you can see that's the kind of encapsulation. Frame encapsulation mean packets or messages like putting one envelope, another envelope, each layer is providing another layer. So, and then it will be sending from one web client to the web server by physical media. And on the physical media, you have either 0 or either 1. So like just electronic signals to transmit from one side to another side.